Welcome back to yet another flipping video. Now, before we get started, I just want all you guys to know that I have created a Discord. I've had a few people in the comments that have wanted a Discord. To be honest with you, I don't know too much about Discord, but I went ahead and created a channel, a stream. I don't know exactly what it's called in Discord, but I created a chat room, I guess is what you'd call it, for people that are subscribed. So I will go ahead and link that at the bottom of this video in the description. So if you guys are interested in that, please check it out. Alright, so for today's video, this was suggested by Math for Me. I don't think that's his actual name. I think that's just his YouTube name. But anyway, thank you, Math, for this suggestion. And we're basically going to be flipping items that are under 1 mil, because I know a lot of you guys aren't stonks, you know, billions and billions of GP. Me neither. So I thought it would be a good idea to come out with a video with items that are under 1 mil that you can flip. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it. So let's go ahead and get into this video. First item we're going to start out with are any rune items. So for instance, where is it at? Runes. I don't know why I just didn't type it in. Come on, James, what are you doing? Rune Scimitar. I used to say Skirmitar. I don't know why, but yeah, Rune Scimitar. So they don't have the best margin on them. So you see 52 GP. That does vary though. Right now it's not the greatest, but any rune items should have, I don't know, 500 plus, I would say, margin on them. We can check out the rune 2-hand real quick if I can find it. Just type it in, James. Use your big brain. 38,000. 37. So only 100 GP. So the rune items aren't doing the best right now. So we're going to try one more and we're going to move on to the next items. Let's try the battle axe. 24,476. There, 116 GP. But you see, if you flip the entire GE limit of them, you're already at what? A little less than 20k? Yeah, a little less than 20k, like 18k. So for free-to-play players, definitely rune items are your best route for flipping once it comes to armor. For pay-to-play membership players, people, you're going to want to do items like dragon items. And dragon items, for instance, say the dragon longsword. I haven't flipped these in a while, so I just want to see what the margins are like on them. So look at that. It's 420, but you know, that's 29k. So we're just going to go ahead and flip 30 of them. And whammo. Next item. Let's check out the dragon sword. Now the dragon sword, I'm going to admit to you, is a little bit fishy because they've had insane margins on them before. So you see, that's 1,000 GP margin. That's not terrible, but the dragon sword usually has a pretty high margin on it, and I don't know if that's just because it's not traded regularly, if it's not a super special, I don't know what the word is, highly used item, but I've seen upwards of 10k margin on the dragon sword. Now, I did have a little bit of trouble actually reselling it then, but overall, if you're getting good margins on the dragon sword, buy them, but just be careful. Be careful. Checking out here is the dragon boots, and as you can see, has about 1.3k margin on it. It's not terrible for the dragon boots, especially with the buying limit that they have and they usually buy and sell pretty quick. So let's go ahead and buy, let's just buy 10 of them to start out. See what kind of flip we can get out of them. See, that's 10k, you know, and it's just passive money, and that's why I love flipping. So you're risking a decent amount of money, I guess, you know, 3 mil, but you're gonna get 10k out of it in a matter of minutes. So it's a good item to flip if you guys have the cash stack for sure. Obviously, we have to do occult necklaces. Guys, please flip occult necklaces. They always have decent margins on them. So right now, what is it? It's not that great of a margin on it, but you've seen in past videos, if you guys are subscribers of mine and you've seen recent videos, they have upwards of 10k margin on them, the occult necklaces. So definitely flip them if you guys aren't flipping them right now. So one item that it just popped in my head actually. Magic short bows. I used to flip these by the thousands. They don't have the greatest margin on them, but they flip regularly because they're used for PvP a lot. So let's see. 20 GP. 20 GP margin on the magic short bows. So we're going to buy, let's do 4k of them. And they don't buy instantly, they buy over time, but that is one of the items where you have to wait an hour, I would say, for about 4,000 to buy, but they flip really quick. So definitely magic short bows. If you guys aren't flipping magic short bows, add that to your arsenal. Next item we're going to be looking at here are mahogany logs. You guys knew it was coming. They haven't had the greatest margins on them though recently. So let's see what they're at right now. They're at a 0 GP margin. So that's great. That makes me look awesome. Makes me look very knowledgeable. Oh my god. Mahogany planks though, they're also pretty decent. Let's check it out. 6 GP margin. It's not going to be worth it for me. Well, hell, let's check out the oak planks. It's probably going to be the same thing, but oak planks are a lot cheaper. 569. 565. Yeah, you know what? Might as well. Next item we're going to be looking at here real quick. Manta rays. If you guys aren't flipping manta rays, please start flipping them. They vary in margin, but usually it's above 5 GP. Look at that, 14 GP margin right now on the manta rays. Now, the problem I've been running into with manta rays is that margin does not last. Like, it does not. So you just have to be fast and you have to be careful. So I would say if you buy the whole limit and then you start selling them and you see that they've stopped selling for past 5 minutes, the margin has changed and you got to drop that price a little bit. Oh, these are buying quick. That's not a good sign. Let's see if we can get them to sell. Guess 12 just bought like pretty much instantly. That was weird. Okay, next item. Dwarf cannon sets, actually. So they usually have about a 5k margin on them is what I've seen. Yeah, look at that. God, I'm so smart. 5k margin on them. And the buying limit is 40. So we're going to go ahead and buy. Let's just go with 5 of those. See if we get 5 of them. It's 25k, just like that. And dragon boots. Look how fast the dragon boots are selling. So whenever I first started out flipping, dragon boots were something I did every single time. And that's just because I knew that they were going to buy and I knew that they were going to sell. They didn't have the greatest margin always, but they always sold, so I didn't have to worry about being stuck with them. Knight's Knot. Helm of Knight's Knot. Knight's a Knot. That's going to be another item that you're going to want to flip. They usually have, I would say average is about 1k margin. You see it's right at 945. and they have a limit of 70. So definitely Knights and Knot, whatever they are, be flipping those. And then the other item that I recommend is Granite Malls. Now, Granite Malls, they flip pretty regularly, once again, because they're a PvP item. So any PvP items, they're not going to have the greatest margins, but they're going to flip pretty regularly. So that's 200 GP. We're just going to go ahead and do it. We'll buy 30 of them. See what type of profit we can get out of them. And other item, monkfish. I don't know if people use these for PvP. I know they're the food source that I use whenever I'm PVMing or just training. See what type of margin they have on them. 7 GP, and I would say that's about average. I've seen them upwards of 20 GP. That's if you get really lucky. But I would say the average is below 10. I would say 5 to 10 is about the margin that you can expect out of monkfish. But like I said, they flip regularly, so you don't have to really worry about them buying or selling. Man, these manta rays are kind of slow. Anyways, we'll take a minute and see if we can get an update here. See if we can clear up some spots. Another item, uncharged tridents. Look at the margin on the uncharged trident right now. So I'll be honest with you, I have not been flipping these regularly, so I don't know what the average is, but that's a 2K margin right now, and you're only investing 45K. So 5% return on investment, yeah, definitely going to be taking that. The magic short bows, they're just not buying. You see, we got 10 of them, but they're just slowly buying. So we may have to cancel that offer and increase it by 1 GP just so they can buy a little bit faster. Because another little bit of advice on flipping, every trade that you do, I always set a time limit for it, because those slots that trade is taking up, you could be using to flip other items. So you just have to think about, what can I be making, what can I be flipping while this item's just sitting here waiting in the buy or sell offer. So just keep that in mind while you guys are flipping. We're going to go ahead and see if we can sell these helms back. 4395. I'm going to decrease it by about 2 or 3 GP just so they can sell a little bit quicker. So you see Granite Malls sold just like that. They just take a little bit to buy. So that's another thing you have to be careful about. I don't see that the margin fluctuates drastically with the Granite Malls. So overall, it's a good item to flip, especially if you guys don't have a massive cash stack. So another item that was actually recommended to me by one of my subscribers is a crystal weapon seed. So 211K, and they're selling for over 3K profit on it, 3.8K, almost 4K. So definitely, I've decided that they're worth it. Now, one thing I have noticed, they do take a minute to actually buy and sell, but I keep saying that's like everything with flipping. So, especially if you guys don't have the big cash stack, it's going to take a little bit to actually get items flipping, unless you're flipping high volume items, which I definitely do recommend if you guys don't have a massive cash stack. And even if you do have a massive cash stack, high volume items, they're like pretty much instant profit. Instant profit. Zora scales, blood runes, cannonballs, steel bars, anything that is traded frequently, bought and sold daily in RuneScape, you're definitely going to want to be flipping them. So Tomes of Fire have been kind of on and off for me. Sometimes they have pretty good margins, other times they're just terrible. But overall, I would say Tomes of Fire are a good flip. Right now they're not, but usually I'd say you expect 2 to 4K is what you're looking at for the Tome of Fire. They flip at a decent rate. I wouldn't say they flip the fastest, but I haven't really lost a ton of money, or I've profited actually a ton with Tomes of Fire because they've been increasing in price like crazy. So definitely Tomes of Fire. If you guys aren't flipping them, you're going to have to add that to your arsenal. The next item, what is it called? I can't remember. Mud Staffs, Mystic Mud Staffs. So this is an item that I just recently discovered actually. Whenever I was trying to figure out pretty cheap items for people to flip. Mystic Mud Staffs flipped pretty regularly at a pretty regular rate. Let's see, 4.9k, so pretty much 5k. Not the highest buying limit for the GE, but if I didn't have that big of a cash stack and I was about to earn 34k, I couldn't complain. So these are just a few items that I like to flip, guys. In reality, you just have to practice. You know, practice makes perfect. You're not just going to get good at it overnight. It's going to take time for you to figure out what items sell on the GE, what items don't sell on the GE. That's how I learned. You know, it was a learning curve, but trust me, you'll get better over time. It just takes practice and time. I started out with 5 mil, and look where I'm at now. I'm at over 100 mil, and that's in the span of less than 2 months. Now, it's going to take time. That's the other thing. You can't just expect to walk into this and earn millions of GP an hour. It definitely takes time for you to figure out how the GE works and what items are actually profitable with flipping. That is all I had for today's video. So like I said, just practice makes perfect. Practice, 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 and find some of your own items that you find good for flipping. You know, it took me hours and hours of practice to figure out some good items that I can flip that I know are staple items and I know will earn me profit. Just do that and you will have a good set of items to start off with and start flipping with. So, the winner of the bond, the old school bond, it's going to go to Jessic16. So, thank you, sir, for subscribing, and thank you for leaving a comment down below. Now, for those of you who have already commented and subscribed, you're still in the running for the other bond. And those of you who are watching this video right now and have not, comment your username and subscribe down below for your chance at a bond. Please subscribe, leave a comment down below, and like the video. Discord, I'm going to leave that in a link down below. If you could, and if you want to, join that community and you can be part of the flipping family, guys. So that is all I had for you. I will see you guys in the next video.